Hi, I'm Mark. I'm Holly's husband. Holly tells me that when you join LuLaRoe, one of the things they encourage you to think about is your why, which is to say, I believe, kind of your motivation for joining the company. Holly posted a video yesterday talking about her why, maybe 2 days ago, actually. 2 days ago? Yeah. 3 days ago? I don't know. Holly posted a video recently talking about her why, and you should go watch it. It's really interesting. She discusses the challenging year she's had, that we've had together, her kind of struggle to emerge through that and the new strength she's found in it. It's really neat, and obviously we've talked about that a lot over the last year or so, so I thought it'd be fun to sit down and record my why and sort of surprise her with it. So as long as this turns out okay, I think we'll put it up on the LuLaRoe Tom and Holly group page as well. If it doesn't turn out okay, I am going to delete these files, and hopefully she will never know they existed. So in Holly's video yesterday, like I was saying, she talked about kind of emergent confidence and the challenging year we've had. And I'll expound on that just a little because it's related to my why as well, obviously. Like Holly had mentioned, we'd had a tricky year for a lot of reasons the last year or so. It's been challenging for us. And Holly has really, through it all, just become an even more strong and confident and amazing woman than she was. Experienced a number of challenges, not worth really getting into. This video could go for a million years if we did. But through it all, she has really just risen up to meet every one of them and came out on top over and over and over again. And in doing so, has kind of found this core of inner strength that I don't think she knew she had before. I refer to it as the Holly of iron. For me, as her husband, it has been really, really exciting watching that transformation. So Holly and I have been married for 10 years. We had our 10-year anniversary this year, and Holly also hit her 30th birthday this year. And we've known each other since junior high, I think. So I've known Holly for a very long time. And it's been exciting. It's been difficult, obviously, but it's also been fantastic to just watch her find who she is, I think, is a good way to say it, in a way that she's maybe never had to before. So Holly, for a lot of her life, I think, and this is just my observation as her husband, has sort of allowed herself to be defined by what other people need from her. And I don't mean that as a negative. She's just a surprisingly giving person. She's really deeply caring, and she will bend herself to do whatever she can to help someone else, which is a great personality trait. That's a good thing. But it has also kind of, I think, led to her often subjugating who she is or her needs or wants to a lower tier. And she has sort of defined herself for a while according to other people's needs of her. And for various reasons, the challenges of this year have brought her to a place where she's started defining herself according to who she really wants to be. And as her husband, it's just been just an incredibly thing to watch. She's empowered in a way that I've never seen before. She's got a new confidence in her, and I have to tell you, it's just the sexiest thing in the world. I was telling one of my friends not too long ago that at 30, and now at our 10-year anniversary, I find my wife more attractive than I ever have, and she's always been an incredibly attractive lady. But this empowered self-confidence that is kind of imbuing her now has just, I'm mistaken, right? Why are we joining LuLaRoe? Well, I think in a lot of ways LuLaRoe has been the kind of physical manifestation of this self-empowerment. So Holly has been kind of figuring out what she wants and started to grab life by the shoulders, right, and define things on her terms and sort of do things her way. And that has involved asserting herself in a number of different aspects of her life, many of which have nothing to do, obviously, with how she looks. And in some ways, one might suggest that how she looks is the most superficial of all of them, perhaps, but it just played into it. And LuLaRoe has been the emergent aspect of that. So as she's kind of become the lady she wants to be, that sort of dovetailed with her discovering LuLaRoe. And in doing so, LuLaRoe has become, like I mentioned a minute ago, almost the physical manifestation of the transformant Holly. So as she finds herself inside, LuLaRoe allows her to reflect some of that on the outside. And I do think that's part of why the clothes just look so dang good on her. But also because they're just really bought as I recall correctly, a green Nicole. And she still has it. I still have a picture that she took when it was delivered. I was at work. She took this picture in this green Nicole and sent it to me at work. Texted it to me. And I'm not going to lie, my jaw dropped a little. So it's a great picture. It's a great dress, and it just fits her beautifully. The Nicole, in a lot of ways, really, really flatters a lady, and my goodness, it just looks incredible. And from that first dress, I think, at that point, I was in. So I sort of said, okay, yeah, I like this. Go, buy all the LuLaRoe you want. And she got a few more pieces. She obviously got some leggings, and as most of you know, or if you don't know, we'll probably find out. Once you buy some leggings, that's sort of it. The hook is set, and you are just done for. You are in LuLaRoe for life. So she bought some leggings, she got some Irmas, eventually even tried out a few of the other skirts and dresses. And at this point, we have an entire corner of our bedroom that we refer to as the LuLaRoe closet that is just two large clothes racks full of LuLaRoe. My daughter wears kids' skirts and leggings. She has a couple of the dresses. Hasn't got a May yet, but we're going to get there. I obviously have a few Patricks. I love them. They're incredibly soft. But from that initial Nicole and that kind of suggestion of, hey, okay, I like this. You look great in this, and clearly you are feeling it. You go do, get as much as you want. And when she started jumping in, I fell in love with the clothes too. I really did. Holly looks great, and I swear every piece of LuLaRoe she's ever purchased. And sometimes you'll look at them, right, and you'll see the picture and you'll think, I don't know about that pattern. That looks real weird. Or I don't know about that cut. That looks a little strange. And somehow when they get here and when she puts them on, that always looks incredible. And I fell in love with LuLaRoe to the point that I became as active in the LuLaRoe community, I think, as she did. So sometimes we go to parties together, and that was a lot of fun. We've done online parties. She's gone to a local pop-up or two. I did also eventually find myself sneaking into my own parties that she didn't know about so that I could buy LuLaRoe to surprise her. Because when we did parties together, obviously she would see everything that I purchased. She'd get the little notifications and she'd know what was coming. So from time to time, I started sneaking into other groups, looking them up on various, Facebook sites, various buy-sell trade things, and finding groups, joining them, and participating in pop-ups that my wife wasn't in, just to buy her LuLaRoe that she wouldn't know was coming. And that's actually how we found our sponsor, Chelsea Stafford of LuLaRoe Stafford Cozy Cabin. I'd snuck into her group, I think very early on. She had only been a consultant for a small window of time, but she was having a pop-up, and I snuck in to find some clothes for my wife. And I stuck around because she was just fantastic. And eventually added my wife to the group because I was just enjoying Chelsea's page so much. And we got involved there, and Chelsea really runs a community. She puts a lot of herself into her group. She puts a lot of effort into it. She puts a lot of time into it, and she really just brings her own energy into LuLaRoe. And the community that she has built is so much fun. I think that may have been the final tipping point for us in joining. So obviously, the more my wife got into LuLaRoe and the more active I got with it, the more frequently we would kind of joke around about joining and discuss how, that would be fun. Both of us, I think, independently being serious about it, but not really wanting to admit to the other that we were serious about it because it's the big thing. And eventually, a very dear friend of mine named Megan, who we call Tom, hence the name LuLaRoe, Tom and Holly, and maybe that's a story for another video, was talking to my wife and mentioned that she had been thinking about joining LuLaRoe, but just wasn't sure that she wanted to jump all the way in. And as the two of them talked over a few weeks, it just kind of snowballed until they decided to jump in together. So they did. Somewhere in July, they jumped in the queue and got their call just last week. Inventory's on the way. It'll be delivered soon. And the two of them are extremely excited to get this thing going. And I'm sort of the third member of the team, maybe a step and a half behind the two of them who are really running the show. It's very much their business, and they're creating it together. But I love LuLaRoe. I love my wife. I love Tom. She's a very dear friend. And I have a lot of fun in the online communities, so I'm sure I'll be a big part of this venture going forward as well. So that's really the why for me. Those are the kind of the three things that really informed our decision to go for it. The first and most significant, obviously, is what we discussed at the very beginning, that kind of empowerment that my wife has found in the way LuLaRoe has become a part of that. The second is just how much I love the clothes and I enjoy the shopping. Once I got involved and became as active as she did, I think the course was set, and we just maybe didn't know it yet. And then the third was Chelsea and the example that she set for us. So those three things, I think, kind of all came together to bring Holly and I to a place where we thought it'd be a fun venture to go on. And then once our dear friend Megan, Tom, approached us about it as well, that was the final straw. So we're getting ready. Like I said, inventory is being delivered. I think it's set for the middle of next week sometime. I have to tell you, I think I may be as excited as the girls. I'm really looking forward to unboxing, to seeing what's in there, helping with the pictures where I can. I'm sure I'll be around. But that's it. That's my why. And I'm really excited for this LuLaRoe thing.